Hey, third grade families. I'm coming at you live right after car pickup, so excuse the hot mess situation we've got going on. I wanted to give you a quick screencast video that shows you how to get into your child's Google Classroom. We are going to be using Google Classroom for all students, not just virtual students. Different teachers will use different parts of the content of it, but everybody will use it some, so all of you need to know how to do this, and I wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to do that. So I'm going to make myself itty bitty so you can see my screen. Come on, button. It always takes a little longer and I feel silly. There we go. Okay, still recording. Good. All right, so now you can see I've got my email pulled up, and there's a couple of different ways you might be invited to join a classroom, or that your child will be invited to join a classroom. One way is you might have received an email link from your child's teacher, and so that is what I'm going to show you first. So if you get an email link, it's going to look something like this. So you'll just click the link, and here's where you'll need to log in as your student with their Google information. Now, every child in the district has a Google email, whether that it has email capabilities or not. Not all grades have email capabilities, and third grade does not yet. But everybody has an automatically generated Gmail email address, and that is going to be important for your login. So to find that, you're going to need to go on to Family Access, and in your student's profile, it should have their student email, and that's what you're going to use to log in. So the password, if you don't have that on hand, that is going to be your child's birthday, and it's going to be like the 2-digit month, the 2-digit day, and the 4-digit year. Okay, so if your birthday was January 1st, 2000, your password will be 0101 2000. All right, so that's how to get in. As you can see, my family uses this laptop for a whole lot of different Gmail accounts. Let me find my son, because he's the one I'm adding into my pretend classes. Okay, so continue. Make sure it's your child's login there. Choose to be a student, please. Join class. And here you will see, this clip got it, he is now involved in pretend class number 2. Now, if your teacher is utilizing this for any sort of classwork, that's going to be here. More than likely, it's going to be announcements and newsletters and things like that, so that'll be here in the stream, okay? The other way that you might be joining a class is if you've just been added to a class. And so check it out. He's involved right here. So he's already logged into this one. So let's say you're already logged into your homeroom teacher's class, but maybe the math teacher needs to invite you into her classroom also. It's possible you might have up to 3 classrooms depending on how each trio does it. So check with your teacher on that. I'm not sure what everybody's doing. But to check your other classes, you click on the little 3 lines up here to get to the main menu, and that'll show your classes. So click classes, and you will see that I have invited my son into this other pretend class that he hasn't joined yet. So this first one is the one I joined by clicking the email link. But if you've been added to it because the teacher can either send out a link or she can type in all the names, and different teachers do it different ways. So I wanted to show you both. So if you are going to do it this way, it'll show up once you're logged into Google Classroom, and so then you can click join, and it'll happen the same way. I think it'll take us straight there. Yep, same as before. Okay, so that is how you get into your Google Classroom. There is, just so that you know, there is this little guy up here where it says Google Apps. That's called the waffle. That's what we call it in Wiley, just because it looks like a really yummy Eggo waffle. And so once you're logged in as your student, click the waffle, and that will show you how to get to the different apps that the district is associated with. And so different teachers will use different things. It will all depend on if you are a virtual student or an in-person student, but just to be prepared, it would be awesome to be really familiar with all of this stuff because you just never know, as we have learned this year. So everything that's automatically hooked up with our district's Google account is going to be here in the waffle. And so that is, I think, everything I needed to show you on this video. If you have any questions about getting into your kiddo's Google Classroom, feel free to put a comment on the Facebook page here and we'll try to troubleshoot for you. Also, if you haven't received anything from your child's teacher or teachers yet, don't forget about that. We're all still figuring out how to do this, so hang tight with us. And if you get something from us, then you'll know what to do. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great day.